To your left, Joe.
Joe, how do you describe the season tonight? And that was the kind of game that you are expecting to get from him tonight?
It was. I mean, he's pitched really well all playoff and really all season long when his knee has felt well. So I'm not surprised what he did tonight. You know, we talked about we wanted him on the mound tonight, and we thought we had the right guy on the mound tonight. And, again, 6 innings, just an outstanding effort. And, I mean, you couldn't ask for any more.
To your left, Joe. Ed?
Joe, what do you attribute the problems to Betances?
He's out of whack. And you know, he's went through it a couple times this year, and we've, you know, seemingly been able to get him on track a number of different times, and we're still trying to do that because I still think he's really important to us, and we need him. So we'll continue to try to fix it.
Straight to your right, Joe. Mark?
Joe, you guys have hit better at home. You've pitched better at home. What is it about this place that your team responds to so well, besides just being in front of your home fans?
You know, I think we're somewhat built for this ballpark, number one. Number two, I think it's just you're familiar with it. You're familiar with everything that you do on a daily basis. You know, you have your routine, and you're able to be in your routine. And, you know, I find that baseball players like routine because we're told where to be all the time. You know, whether it's in spring training or during the course of the season, this is what time you report, this is what time we have BP, this is what time we have our meetings. So I think the routine is normal for them, and I think it helps.
To your right, Joe. Joel?
Joe, during the worst of Judge's slump in the second half and through this, and when it came up again in the playoffs, you've always stuck with him in an important spot in the lineup. Why, and what do you think about the reward when it does happen?
Well, I think that in his struggles, he's still been pretty patient. You know, yeah, he gets a little bit off mechanically. I think part of that is probably being 6'7". And I felt like there's been some borderline pitches called on him that didn't go his way that probably it can change in a bat. You know, the difference between, 2-0 or 1-1 or 1-1 or 2-1 and 1-2. I mean, it's a big difference. So, I think that he's extremely talented, and you can look at his numbers and say, he's not hitting for an average, but we've played I don't know how many playoff games, 9. He's got 7 RBIs. He gets his walks. He had another walk tonight. And I just know how dangerous he is. He can really change a game really quickly.
To your right, Joe, in the third row.
Hey, Joe. Todd Frazier hasn't been here forever, but it certainly feels like he has been. How much has he meant to the club, not only on the field, but in the clubhouse?
Just a real lot. He's a joy to be around. He's fun to be around. He brings a ton of energy every day. As I said, he's always cheering for his teammates and trying to build them up. And he's fun to be around.
Allison in the center.
Just on Frazier's home run, just from your vantage point, it looks like he really went down and got that.
Yeah.
Just what did you see from that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was that bad of a pitch. And, these are big league hitters, and we've seen it. We've been on the other side of that. We think you make a pretty good pitch, and the guy ends up with a base hit or hits it out of the ballpark. And it's just, again, he went to right field. There's an advantage of going to right field here, and it paid off. And I just think it was a good at-bat.
To your right, Joe. Billy?
What was it like for you, just the reception that you got compared to Cleveland?
Well, I think it's a reminder how quickly things can change in your life. So I mean, again, and I said about it when I got booed. I don't think it's the fans didn't like me. I think they were mad that I didn't make a call, and they're so passionate about the game and they want to win so bad. But that's the great thing about being here, having great fans. So I had no problem with it, and, life can change really quickly.
I'll take 2 more for Joe. Allison?
Even with the 9th inning tonight, but you still have your 3 big relievers rested for Game 4. How confident are you?
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping not to use Tommy tonight, but I had to use him. And, Greeny didn't work. He was up a little bit, but Robertson didn't work. And Chapman had to get up a little bit. But it's good. It's good to have those guys. And, maybe I'll have Tommy for an inning tomorrow. We'll see.
I'll take 2 more on the right.
Joe, obviously it's always nice to get out to the early lead, but being down 2-0, was it that much more important tonight to do that?
I think so. I think it allowed CC to go to work. And I think, there were some big at-bats in that 4th inning where we got 5 runs. I thought Headley had a big at-bat. His RBI kind of opened up the inning to be a big inning. We get a leadoff double, and it looks like we may not get him in, and he ends up getting him in, and then we get another run with a wild pitch, and then the 3-run homer. But, yeah, I mean, I think those 3 runs early were helpful.
We'll take a last one from Dave.
Joe, you touched on it before the game, just on how the team has played here at Yankee Stadium and how they've kind of fed off the energy. And that was before you guys went out and scored 8 runs. I mean, do they just get more relaxed here? Do they feel more energy here? They just seem like a different team.
Yeah, I do. I think, that's the importance of playing at home. And I think that's why we've had such a good home record is the normal routine. Our players are used to this field. They know how to hit here, and our fans are great. I mean, I'm watching them in the first inning in left field, and they're banging on the wall, and I love it. I mean, it's great to see.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.